Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 15 of my full platinum walkthrough for Elden Ring. We are, like always, at the exact point where we left off in the previous video. We're at the top of, we're on, I nearly said Atlas, Altus Plateau, and we're just going to carry on up. Now the title of this video is Altus Plateau. We're not going to probably even do half of it, but we're actually going to be all over the place again in this video. Picking up legendary ashes and weapons, and no weapons this time, spells, things like that. But this is our main sort of point of operation, this area. So yeah, there's a few troll-like enemies in this area that you should only, sometimes you can get through and not see any of them. Don't worry about having to kill them. You got some Ruler's Mask and Ruler's Robes here, if you want those for whatever reason. Now you're going to get attacked by a dragon. I haven't put this down as a boss fight or anything because it's really quick. It's one of those ones where you just hit it a few times and it flies away again. So yeah, just keep casting Rock Sling. Do watch out, it will do a sword attack. It'll probably do the Scream Roar first, then it'll do the sword swipe to dodge through that or back from it. And then yeah, I think it's going to fly off, yeah, even before Rock Sling hits it again. So you don't even need to take half of its health this time. You just, you know, it's not even a quarter really. And yeah, it'll fly off. It's just I suppose it's just a threat or a warning. But we're not going to be put off. We're going to carry on. Yeah, that's random stuff. Materials that we don't need. I don't know why I jump off and kill this wolf here. There's a few of them. There's nothing here to find. So we'll just carry on. And go into Altus Plateau proper, which is this area here. Damn, that looks good. Yeah, there's a grace point here, obviously, but I'm just going to jump down here and grab a golden seed. There's going to be quite a few golden seeds in this video as well. There's loads of them in probably in the next video, no, the video after. There's going to be a lot of golden seeds, even to the point where we can't even use them anymore. I think that happens in the next video. It's going to be very soon anyway. We'll have the limit on flasks, or tiers should I say. Right, so the map is over there, but we're not actually going to go over there yet. So I can't really show you where we're going because we don't have the map for this area. We're going to another place called Mount Gelmir. Is it Gelmir? Yeah, Mount, that place. Just to grab a legendary spell quickly, because it's one we do want to use it. And then it leads to another legendary spell which we definitely want to use. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. So we've got another Tibia Mariner here. This one summons large skeletons. Yeah, you either get two of them, either two choices with the large skeletons. There are ones that rise up and try and hit you with their arm, or I heard one just appear to the left. That's one that tried to hit me with the arm, or it tries to shoot the laser kind of thing at you. Just dodge to the side of that one. I wasn't going to bother with this guy, this Mariner. But yeah, we will do. Items, I just kind of skip them at this point. They're not purple or whatever, so it's nothing too important. Yeah, not the cleanest fight. I thought I'd use Moon because I'm going to get rid of it pretty quickly, to be honest. It's good. It can be good, especially if you're going to keep... I should actually bring my summon in here. That would have helped, wouldn't it? Yeah, a bit of a messy fight, this one. I thought I'd get it down pretty quickly using Abdullah's Moonblade, but it doesn't happen too quickly. Just try to fight through all of its own attacks, because, yeah. Yeah, the Moon is probably better if you're sticking with the Mimic tier as an Ash, because what it does is it reduces the enemies that it hit, their magic resistance. So if you're using your Mimic tier still, it's going to be using magic itself. You're obviously free to use whichever Mimic tier or the one I'm using. I can't remember the name of her name now. Oh, right there at the end. Should have used the sword. Never mind. Yeah, a bit of a messy one, but it got down in the end. I wasn't too bothered about it. And you get Deathroot, which you always do, so you can go and teleport back and give that to that guy. I'm not going to do it, but you can get more of the kind of beast weapons and spells and things. You don't need any for trophies. And you'll get the Tibia summons there as well. And now we're going actually into Mount Gelmir. So Mount Gelmir is up above us. It's a separate area we're going to do in a separate video. But this is technically Mount Gelmir as well, but we're underneath it. And we're just basically trying to quickly kind of run to a spell. So I would actually advise you switch to this version of Moon as well. Rani's Moon, Dark Moon, rather than the Full Moon, because you get that ice effect with it as well. There is a crystal lizard here, a dung beetle. It's going to give you an Ash of War barrage. And then we're going to follow along here. So these, you're going to see them there. It's like a geyser, whatever you call them. They're okay to run through once when they're kind of pulsing. They're okay, but once they do that burst, you need to stay away from them for a good couple of seconds after they stop as well. But keep following the river. You're going to find a golden seed. This is kind of where I am. I'm struggling to obviously show you. The map from Mount Gelmir is up above us, which we're not going to do until in a later video. But we will get it. Got some smithing stone 5s here. Nothing actually. I was contemplating, shall I go up here? Can't remember what's here. I don't think there is anything of interest item wise. That's an annoyingly low amount of health. Nearly 2 shots and done. God, that thing's annoying, isn't it? So yeah, what you got Rejuvenated Boluses, Hefty Beast Bones, Glass Shard, Nascent Butterfly. Wasn't worth it, was it? You can see that there was a fog wall off to the left of me. You do need a Stonesword Key to get through it. It leads to a pit. I think this is the one with the pit and the there's a talisman down there. That's not particularly a very good one you'll ever use, really. Yeah, so I'm not going to go down there, but yeah, obviously if you want to look around, go for it. We've got plenty of Stonesword Keys. I think it only takes 1. So yeah, you should have like 15 or 16 of them at this point. Obviously don't use them, but use them all, but have some spare. I think it's 2 that actually, isn't it? And now we're just going to ride on past pretty much everything. All these dropping down. Yeah, I've marked it Herba ×3 because it was something I picked up, but how much of that stuff do we have now? And then carry on around, trying to skip the geysers, and then eventually there'll be a castle in front of you. We're not going to do the castle. We're going to ride through it. Well, not through it, past everything, through all the enemies and past it. Rune 6 there. You got a grace, which is good, just in case anything happens. We won't be back to this castle, so if you do want to explore it, feel free. There's nothing we need here. It does have those. There we go. That's kind of where we are now. We've gone round a bit to the west. It does have those annoying. Well, they're not really annoying. Those enemies that are on wheels, and you have to use the ambush shard to kill them. It's all fire around here. So I'm just going to skip and go off to the left hand side. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm just going to ignore that and carry on. And then we're going to do a boss fight. So when you get to the lava, there's going to be a boss fight. It's a magma worm, which is really quite straightforward, although it does nearly kill me straight away. Yeah. Yeah, Tish, that's who it is, isn't it? So I'm going to bring her in. She's going to help. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to get me, but it does right there. I couldn't dodge past it in time. Get out the way. So we'll go for a bit of all sorts here. We'll go for the Ice Moon. Tish is doing her thing. Get a couple of Ice Moon. It's really expensive. That's the thing with the moon. It's really expensive. And it's definitely suited more if you are using Mimic Tier, because that's going to be doing magic damage as well. I'm just going to keep throwing all sorts. I'm just going mix and match everything. Just throw out all sorts of stuff at it. I didn't know what was coming then. I was waiting for a spray attack, but I didn't want to do one. And there we go. killed. And you're going to get... What do you get? You just get a dragon heart from this guy. And runes, which is the better of the two. And there is a new draconic power available at the cathedral, so the second one we went to. The one in Caelid. My interest got to me. It's a butterfly, who cares? So you will be able to hear someone. That's another reason we've come up here. It's Alexander, good old Potman. He's over here. So you can use your horse to go across lava. Obviously it does take damage, but you should have more than enough health on your horse, on Torrent, to get there and back. I can't get up there. Let me over. So this is just a safe place to speak to Alexander up here. So that's why we're up here. So if you speak to him now, you can just talk to him from here. I'm going to exhaust the dialogue. Obviously you want to do the same. You'll get the jar helmet, the helm off him. He'll give you that. And he will become a summon in a boss fight later on. He says he's going to head to the land of giants kind of thing. And that's where we're going to meet him next. Above the clouds kind of thing. That's where he's going. Mountain of Giants. He's going to be a summon for a boss fight that just makes the boss fight extremely easy. So that's him locked in to go in there, which is good. And now we're going to carry on to the actual reason we've come up here. This is our new enemy type for now. Back to these little guys again. The Demi-Humans. I'm walking through here because there is one of those graveyards just past. So it's worth grabbing the runes off the top, although they're not particularly very good ones in this one. You got a 4, 2 2s and a 6. And then we're going to do lots of riding to just go past all the rest of the enemies. Again, if you want to stop and fight them all, including a rune bear, then yeah, go for it. There is a statue there. It's one of those breakable ones. You can use the bear to break it if you want. I do not want to, so I'm going to ride past it. The bear will appear from up here, so you can just see it there. Right, I'm out of here. Forget about that. Keep going. Nope, don't care. I'm done. Just keep on going until you get to a house on the right, which is coming up, and there's going to be a grace in here. Slowly getting there. Trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it in the end. We do need to do it anyway for trophy, but it's worth it. Oh, we're going intelligence. So yeah, the stats I'm only really doing. What do we do? Mind, endurance. Oh, I put it endurance this time because I am going to get a new armor set. I wasn't quite sure if we have enough equipment load to fully wear it without a problem. So I just put 1 in endurance for now. And yes, was the answer. So there are a lot of demi-humans here, and then something kills me. You're going to see what does kill me. I do leave it in. So I'm trying to grab this, and then they've got one of those enemies there, you know, the one with the wheel hands. And it follows me all the way up here. You can... Oh, no. I can't believe it managed to get me all the way up here. So I'm just going to... Yeah, all I did was obviously go back to the spawn point, the grace point, and then come back up here. Took a bit wider and try not to aggro that thing. We want to ride past all the way to the end and then stop about here. Bring in old Titch to help sort the old demi-human. She's just great. The demi-humans, straight on the one that was giving me brother, even though she was aiming at someone else. Yeah, there's the smaller one. There is a big one over there, so we're not going to deal with that just yet. I'm just going to grab a few things that we went past here. So just clear all these out. It's almost like a co-op, this. She's all over the place. You've got the sorcerer's set here, the errant sorcerer's set. And then you've also got this Gold-Tinged Decrement, which I don't know if that was a random drop or not. No, it wasn't, was it? And then we've got the boss fight, which is Demi-Human Queen Maggie. She does do spells. Just sort of stand back and obviously use Rock Sling from a distance. She did just do a spell then. That's the extent of how much they hurt. So I'm just trying to cast through it. There are other sorcerers around her. As long as you kill Maggie, the Demi-Human Queen, everything else will die. So don't worry about dealing with those. Tish will take all the damage up front. Just get rid of the Queen, and that's the fight over. Like so. It is weird that they die, because how are they tied to her? Anyway, you'll get a memory stone, which is good, because we've got some expensive spells with regards to slots. And then we're going to get Comet Azur. You may or may not know what this spell is. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty damn good. So this is where I am, if that helps. Probably doesn't, but it's a singular path, you know, you come all the way around. So speak, quotation marks, to this guy. He'll open his hand and you'll get Comet Azur, which is a legendary sorcery. We do need it for a trophy, but it is one we're going to be using. Yeah, it's not as powerful as it once was. It has been nerfed, but we can get a tier that we will be getting in the next video, or the video after, which will give us infinite FP for a good 10-15 seconds, I think it is. And yeah, you can just use this thing, because it drains FP really quickly, but it's really, really powerful. It's just a stream of pain, basically. So I've switched it for the moon, because I do prefer it. But yeah, I'm just going to go to the end of here. And grab this, and this is Mount Gelmir over there. So we'll do that in another video. We're going to go and carry on with Altus Plateau and do some other side stuff at this point. Well, we're not actually doing Altus Plateau yet. We're going to do the side stuff first. First thing we're going to do is go back to Three Sisters. So go to Rani's Rise. Now that Rani's side mission, her quest line, is finished with regards to speaking to her again. The ending is locked in, kind of thing. The only time you see her again is right at the very end during the cutscene. Blaidd is kind of lost, so we can come here and kill him. You may not want to, but he has a really good armor set, which I'm going to use for the rest of the game, so that's why I'm here. If you stand here and just spam Rock Sling, you will kill him without him coming towards you. Weirdly, I don't know why. Maybe he just can't come past this point. I don't know, but he just doesn't do anything. It's always, I've done this 3 times now. It's been the same all 3 times. Yeah, you're going to get the Royal Greatsword and Blaidd's armor. You're going to get just the armor, the gauntlets and the greaves. We already have the helm for it, but I'm not going to use the helm anyway. The helm is the one we picked up on the tower, Celavis's tower over there. I think Celavis is dead as well, but not anything we want from him. Yeah, so I'm just going to equip it. This is why I did the extra endurance, just to make sure I'm checking the load as I equip them here. You can see it's better. It's not as good against magic, but everything else is blue, so it is better. It looks kind of goofy with... Oh, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, anything looks goofy when you're wearing the crown that we've got on. But next stop is Waypoint Ruins to see Sellian. And we're going to show her the spell we've just got, Comet Azur, and that's going to lead on to another legendary spell. She's going to give us a key. So show her the sorcery. Just keep going through her dialogue. Keep going through the dialogue options. You'll go back to the kind of the menu bit. And then eventually you'll want to do Let Us Journey Together. So we're going to go on a journey. And then just keep going through all the dialogue options. You must have a fabulous teacher. So yeah, and then you'll eventually get her. I have a favour to ask. And then go for that, and she will give you Sellian Sealbreaker, which is a key. And that's all we need from her. And now we're going to go back to Sellia, which is the town in Caelid. It's not too bad. We are. You can obviously speak to a bit more lead on Lusat. I don't need to do it, but if you want to and to hear all about it, you can. But Lusat is who we're going to see. So from here, we're going to go over to Sellia, which is not that one. It's that one. We did light this Grace. If you don't have it, if you didn't light it for whatever reason, then go to Sellia Tunnels and go to it from there. Bring in your friend, bring Tish in, because she just clears all the enemies in this area are invincible, invisible, that'd be horrible, invisible until they start attacking. So she will be on them the whole time, even when they disappear again. So having a summon, any summon will do the same, is good, because it means you just kind of don't need to worry about them appearing out of nowhere. I don't know why that one didn't. Whoa, where did you come from? See, she's there taking care of things all over the place. So good. Nice. So all of these seals here, we're going to break them all. Now, I was just going to... There's 3 different towers in this area that break the seals, all 3 different seals in this area. I was just going to do the one that we need to move on and then leave it at that. But I did choose to do the others as well. So it's going to take a minute just to get through this area. Just clearing up, trying to find... I know where some of them sort of spawn are, where they are. So we're just getting a few of them out of the way, because it's a path we're going to take later on. We're going to come up here and go through this cart. There is an item over there. Poison Grease, I'm going to go down there in a minute. There's one of the seals is down there. And there's another one down there. I didn't even see that one. And she's taking no damage at all from all this. Right, we've got to go on a rooftop. Where did you come from? A rooftop adventure now. So we did come up these stairs a long while back and grab the golden seed up here. But I thought clearing this place until we actually needed to was the better thing to do. So that's the tower we want, is over there. So you need to be careful on these routes. You can fall off quite easily. And jumps as well can be a bit annoying. There's a few enemies on the rooftops, nothing serious. It's just the skeleton guys. It's all the same enemies that were on the rooftops of Raya Lucaria. The little flying imps and things. And yes, Tish will appear next to you. You may have noticed that your summon does that, Ash. So there is a tower over there, there's one over there, and there's one to the right. I probably should have done to the one to the right, but at this point I'm still thinking we're just going to do the one that leads us to the way we want to go, which is this one. So go up here. Bit slippy, not as slippy as Dark Souls 1 platforms, but still a bit. And then jump over the ladder apparently and go up. And then like this, and this will remove the seal that is by where the golden seed was. That means we can move on ahead there. Where the golden seed is, that's now broken, so we can go through there. It is the only one we need to do, but I thought we'll go and do the others while we're here. Cerulean Tear Scarab. That increases the Cerulean Tear's strength, but you take more damage, so no. We won't be doing that. Like it's a lot more damage, so no. I tried to jump for that item, completely missed, and then I was going to carry on, so unfortunately, because I did drop, we're going to have to go back up this way. We're going to do this tower next, because this one's separate from the other two. So yeah, we did grab this a while back. So drop down. Bit of a funny jump, this one. You need to go to about here and go to the lower part there. And then you climb up. And this one's going to open up a boss area. I'm going to show you that, where that is. We will do it. It's going to take 2 seconds. But it's also kind of pointless as well. So if we drop down, I'll show you where that is before we carry on. We'll go back. It's a very easy, it's just a kind of dual boss fight. It's really quick and easy. There is another staff behind it. I could have just done it now, but yeah, Black Knife was going to disappear and I wanted her around while we do the rest of this village, this town. Where are you going? You need to go up the stairs. There you go. So you're going to notice a little fade here. I fell off twice. I thought, no, I'm not leaving this in. It's just going to take forever. So there is a little bit of a fade, but all I did was fall off a couple of times. And and in the time that happened, it started raining. So I'm going to carry on across, over here again, over here. And there is a scarab over here. It does disappear, this one, if you get too close. It's a magic one, it just disappears and it'll appear on the rooftop to the left, or now right. Now we need to get over to that final tower, which is over there. Yeah, had I been more planned on this place, actually wanting to do it all, it would have been a much smoother run. I would have done this one first. So I do apologise. Stonesword Key. And then we'll go up here. And like the third one, this is going to open up all the little areas, the little seals that we saw, and each one of behind them has a chest behind them. So I'm going to drop down. Tish is still around somewhere. There she is. They're taking care of business as usual. Now this painting here, I don't pick it up, but these paintings are actually kind of cool little thing. If you look at the painting, it's obviously of a place in Caelid. If you stand exactly where the painting was painted, a painter will appear. What in the hell was that? A painter will appear and an item will appear. None of them are of any use to us, but it's a kind of cool little thing. So we've got Night Comet, which is a night sorcery. The night sorceries don't get seen because we are using a night sorcery. We use Ambush Shard, that's a night one. Enemies don't see it coming, basically. We've got the Spelldrake Talisman, which helps with spell resistance. And then we've got the third one, which is up here. It's an Imbued Sword Key. We never went to the Sword Key towers. I did show you or tell you where they were as we were going past them, the 3 towers that take you to later areas, but only a small portion of the later area. Whoa, that's a nice spell. Probably quite expensive though. Where in the hell did you come from? Tish, kill. Titch. Yeah, so the Imbued Sword Key. There. We'll never use it, but if you do go to those, if you did go to those towers, that's where the third one is. Right, so we're going to go up the stairs. We're going to sit at the Grace. There's one just through the seal, the first seal that we broke. Then we'll go and do the boss fight, which is going to take 2 seconds. It's just a couple of Nox monks. And then we'll get the Lusat's Glintstone staff. Now, this is a staff you may want to use. Maybe. It's more... Its scaling is better. It's more powerful at higher levels. But spells cost 50% more. It's quite the trade-off, I would say, honestly. I don't think it's worth it personally, but you may think that. Obviously, you'll need to go through the whole upgrade path with it. That's why I've not got it yet, because the 50% more on each spell is a lot. We want to reduce that spell cost, which we will do with the talisman later on, rather than increase it. I'd rather have more casts than do the extra little bit of damage, to be honest. It's not even a massive... Like, it's 50% more, and each spell can do like 11%, 10-11%, if I read correctly, at the higher levels. So it's... I don't know. Honestly, I can't justify it, but you may want to. So yeah, easy fight. I mean, yeah, it's just a couple of normal enemies. And then you got the spell here. So you did get the Flowing Sword, and you get the the Glintstone staff if you want it. It does take Sombers to level up, and because we did fight a boss just then, you will get a grace. And rather than running around because I'm lazy, I'll just teleport and we'll carry on. So up here there's going to be a couple of those magic boulders that are going to come flying towards you. You can wait till the last moment and then kind of dodge around them. So I'm just... there we go. Trying to take a wide berth. So there's one there, and then there's going to be one as you come up here. So if you wait for it to do in a straight line and then just kind of go around it, it should be fine. And then keep going and head for the church. We're not going to go in through the graveyard and kill everything. Go round the side of the church. There's two enemies there we don't want to deal with. There is an NPC here as well. She's got a whole quest line. She's there against the wall. And there's a sacred tear, which is more important, to be honest. She does have a whole quest line. Nothing we need to bother ourselves with, so we're not even going to speak to her. But we did get another sacred tear, so we're going to use that. Strengthen our flasks even more. Flasks, tears. And this is where we are now. Sort of come round the corner. Starlight Shard, because of this satellite looking thing. There always is. And then we're going to ride round. We've got to go through this. Now I do stop and kill these for one reason, is they'll follow you up anyway. And there's a sorcerer we need to kill. So I just did stop and get rid of these. I didn't honestly expect them to be this many. That's a lot. Because I skipped them and a few of them chased me when I was doing the practice run. So I thought we'd just take care of them so we don't have any problems. I keep locking onto the ones I don't want to kill. Probably... no, come on. There we go. Probably should have killed the sorcerer one first. But he's not that powerful, so it's fine, really. Okay. Then we're going to head up towards the graveyard. So underneath here, there's a couple more. So this is where we're going. There's a sorcerer in the middle of that graveyard ahead of us. And if you don't kill these, they will follow you up. And you don't want to be hit in the back while fighting this guy. He's not particularly difficult. We'll get him from a distance. Well, he's not difficult. We'll get him from a distance. But yeah, the skeletons will creep up on you while you're doing this. Like this one that's just come out of nowhere and is going to hit me from the right hand side in a moment. No idea where he came from, but he scared the crap out of me. I have no idea. I thought I cleared them all out, but apparently there's one more. Here, I have a sword as well. Yeah, so I managed to get him. He is quite powerful, this sorcerer, if he gets going. So that's why I need to take him from a distance. And I will show you on the map again where we are. After hitting this wall, that's a hell of an illusionary wall. So if you go directly behind the big monument, hit the wall, and then we go into the cave. And yeah, this is where we're going to get the legendary spell from. This is Sellian Hideaway. This is a whole cave system with a boss at the end. The boss of this cave system is horrendous, so we're not going to do it. It's Astel, but in an enclosed, you know, the big star-dropped enemy, weird-looking thing with the long tail and the strong magic. It's that, but in a really enclosed space, so it's not a fun fight. Honestly, it's quite a powerful one. We don't need to do the fight, thankfully. We're just here. There is a prison in here, which we got that key from. Sellian. She gave us that key. There's a prison in here, in this cave, that we need to open up, and then we can get the sorcery that we came for. So you may think this is a dead end down here. Obviously, it doesn't look like there's anywhere else we can go. But obviously, this is a magic-based cave system, so hit the wall, and we can carry on. Hit the wall, carry on, And now we're into the cave properly. So below me here is one of the worst enemies in the game. You can't quite see it because it's dark. Actually, you can't see it because it's dark. Just lock on, find it, lock on, and kill it. Because we're going to be dropping down there. We don't want to fight it. It's teleporting now. Or they kind of go underground. And then it'll move. So just keep trying to lock on until you can find it again. There's only one down there. And once you've killed it, obviously, that's all there is down there. Nothing else. There is a sorcerer off to my right. So I'm just going to drop down here. Grab whatever was there. We've got a golden rune. He drops down from somewhere. Honestly, I don't know where. He's not the sorcerer I was talking about. He's over there. We're going to loop around and get him from behind. So yeah, drop down. Just fight the thing from above. There's no way. They're so all over the place to deal with the enemy type. We've not seen them properly. We have fought one already in the lakes. But we have got lucky and not really found any others. Run into them. But yeah, one-on-one. There's no way to I don't know, honestly, to deal with them efficiently. There's the sorcerer. Some snails. I gotta kill them because they would kill us. And then we're going to follow through the cave system a bit further. Not got too long to go and we'll be out of here, back in the fresh air again. Yeah, a couple of guys here. We've got some glowstone. I'm sure that will never come in handy. Yep. It's here, so I might as well just grab it as we're going past. And then there is a snail down here. This is where we're going down here. So where we dropped down beforehand, where the worst enemy in the game is separate to this place here. That's where you carry on into the cave system. We're not doing that. We're not bothering with the boss or anything like that. We're just going down here. Watch out for the other snail. And then drop down once you're at sort of a safe level height. And there is a sorcerer ahead of me here. You can see the gate as well. That's the glowing bit. He's got a Stars of Ruin-esque spell, which is the one we're after. Oh my god, I can't lock onto this thing. So get rid of him. Ratio. Oh, just. And then because we have that key that we got from Sellian, we can go through here. So we examine it. And you're going to open it up. The Sealbreaker. And then we'll go in, and this is was this Lusat? Yeah, this one was Lusat, wasn't it? the friend basically that we're here to find. Do the same with him, and he's going to give you Stars of Ruin, and that's a legendary sorcery, and it's a really good spell, to be honest. Against anything that's quick, or it means you don't have to really bother about. I know you don't really have to bother with aiming, but you know you can just kind of cast it and move on, kind of thing. It will make sense when you see you using it. It's really good against any enemy that moves quickly or things like that. Yeah, it's one of the best spells. The thing is, though, it's quite expensive. So I'm making my way back out, by the way. We don't need anything else in here. Not that way, this way over the top. Yeah, it's quite expensive FP wise. It's not the cheapest, but it's definitely worth it. So we're going to make our way back to Altus Plateau, do a few things around there at the early part of it, and then that's where we're going to leave this video. So what have we got left? 15 minutes or so. Do a boss fight. Do we do 2? I think we just do the 1. Trying to think where we go now. Definitely go and get the map so we can see where we're going anyway. So I'm making my way back out so we can teleport away. And I'm going to switch, not switch the spell, but equip Stars of Ruin, because I like it a lot. 12 stars. are going to just track the enemy you're aiming at. They don't individually don't do that much damage, but 12, if all 12 hit, which they usually do, that's the whole point of this spell, you're going to do a lot of damage. So we're going to teleport back up here again. So I've got the Erdtree Hill. Is it Grazing Hill? Gazing Hill. This is the first one we were at in Altus Plateau, where the Golden Seed was. And then we're just going to ride to this map. We're going to go to this one here. We're going to avoid the barracks and things like that, and give everything a wide berth, because we don't need to. If there's nothing of importance to us there, then we'll just skip it, go around it. So I've set my point, and I'm just going in as the crow flies, as it were, or try to anyway. Big game, lots to do. Most of it you don't need to, especially for platinum anyway. So the map is, I like all maps, is just next to one of those big kind of monolith things. This thing over here. So once you see that, you know you're in the right place. So now we can kind of see what we're doing. It's just this kind of slither in the middle that it shows. There is another map off to the other side there. But you can see south here, there's another golden seed. There's a few guys here, we'll just get rid of them. And then just past that, there is a grace as well. And then that you can see in the distance over there is the Dectus, or is it Dectus? I think it's Dectus. The lift. I don't know what it's called because I never use it, even though I have both sides of its seal. So yeah, grab the golden seed obviously, and then head over here. And you've got your grace. And we're actually going to head to another Everjail now. It's a weird one. It's Godfrey, but it's not. It's Godefroy or something like that. Yeah, so can't level up unfortunately. I think I'm one off, so I might as well just do it. Yeah, just check to see how many I needed. I'll go and crack a few. I might actually just get rid of, in the next video or so, get rid of all of the, well, not all of them, but, use a few of these, get a couple of levels in. Even, we can get rid of the remembrances, really, unless you want them for kind of weapons. They're not of any use. We don't need them for any trophies or anything, so, yeah, we might as well use them for runes. The only reason I haven't, and honestly might not, is because you might want to use them for a weapon. I don't want to get ahead on runes. So you can just see here, there's a kind of rumbling in the floor here. If you use L2, if you still got Gravitas, use Gravitas, you're going to kill it. I think it's one of the scarabs, the crystal lizards. You're going to get a Ash of War there. That is a knight. I don't want to bother with him. I'm just going to go round. Could probably beat him quite easily at this point, but I don't like fighting them, honestly. They are simple enough, but I just want to get moving. Got a couple of things we want to do yet before we finish this one. So I'm heading back. So this is where you would normally start. You'd come up the lift, this grand lift here, and then you'd start here. There were two giants, one with a melee and one with a bow and arrow. We're just going to ignore them. Yep, they've not seen me, we're good. There's a grace over here, so you can jump up. This would be potentially your first one for the area if you came up the lift. And then we'll go round the back. There's two ways to get where we're going to this Everjail. There's the way we're going to go now. I think what am I doing here? Refreshing? Do I need to refresh? Yeah, because we're about to go for a boss fight, that's why. Yeah, you can go, there's a way behind me, and this way's got no enemies, so that's why I'm going this way, although it might be longer, who knows. I mean, it's probably the same distance, but if you come around the back of the lift, and then we're just going to drop over the edge. Obviously don't just drop over the edge, but be careful where you drop in, but that's what we're doing. Yeah, so you see there, it's like Godefroy the Grafted, and we're going to get the Godfrey icon, which is a legendary talisman. So it is Godfrey. Basically, it's that boss fight that we did way back. Stormveil. It seems to forever ago, even though it wasn't that long ago. So yeah, it's the Golden Lineage Evergaol that we're after. So you do need one Stonesword Key. We've got plenty. And yeah, this isn't the cleanest fight. The easiest way to do this guy really is, this is where we are by the way, sort of just come south, is actually use Rock Sling. Honestly, stay really far away and just use Rock Sling. And just skirt, he'll just kind of skirt around the edges, but I wanted to use the new spell we got, so that's what I'm doing. Stars of Ruin. I wouldn't use Comet Azur because he moves too quickly. So you can just keep casting it like that, and every single shot will track and hit. So you don't need to ever worry about missing, basically. But yeah, this is normal Godfrey, as it was before the fight, so... yeah, he's going to do his wind attacks, he's going to do that sweep. Don't dodge away from that usually, you're probably best dodging through it. But yeah, I should just... yeah, that always gets me. It's so hard to dodge that wind, you probably should dodge through that as well. But because he follows up, it's not the easiest. We've got the swipes, they're nice and fun. The final one, always the final ones. Yeah, this is why I say just probably stay away. And then don't... I got a little bit carried away here. Thought I was out of range. I was not. Again, I make the mistake so you don't have to. Dodge through it, which is better. Are we going for the wind again? No, what we're going for. That's okay, I can deal with that. Not the wind again. I don't think I've ever successfully dodged through one of these. I know that was way too early that time. It's just such a fun spell to use, this one as well. Going for the wind again. The slam. Oh wow, that was a badly timed dodge. We just got to get the kill in here before he kills us. I know it wasn't the cleanest, but we got him downed. So yeah, you're going to get the Godfrey icon, which is a legendary talisman. That's why we're here. That icon, it deals with charge attack and things like that. We don't use them, so it's not one we'd use. Even though it's legendary, you think it'd be really good. It's not something we would use personally. Right, we are going back to Caelid. So I thought I'd just wrap this up by doing this. So we're going back to War Dead Catacombs. That's going to give us another... Basically, we're down here for a legendary summon, Ash. But there's also a golden seed in it for us as well. What am I doing? Oh, I'm checking the icon, yeah. Charge spells and skills. Enhanced charge skill. That's the one we just got. So you can charge spells as well. There's... yeah, honestly, they're not the best. Nope, wrong side, this side. So you can ignore all these ones in the middle. And go up this side. Now quickly run through here. These can one-shot you. Run through here and then go to the right here. So move out of the way that into this alcove here. Kill this guy. Just use normal pebble. Still using old pebble there. And then quickly move towards this so this guy doesn't walk down this tunnel towards you. And start firing. So he kind of gets stuck here firing. There's two ways you can go about this. And Stars of Ruin isn't a good one really because it doesn't do that much. And I didn't really lock on. I mean, it does a decent amount. But you're probably best off with the Glintstone and just popping it in and out. Lock on. 1, 2. Drop back. Your lock on will fall off again. Lock back on. 1, 2. Oh, we did get a 2. Or you can use Ambush Shard from around the corner and just not move at all. Just keep moving the angle at the camera to get the angle so you can get the lock on, which is what we're going to do with the second one. Oh, it keeps dropping off. It is. I wish it would just stay on the whole time, you know, the lock on, but it just doesn't. We're going to get this first one out of the way as well because that's where we're going to go. So I'm going to use Ambush Shard on this one. Again, it's just the lock on. You have it, and then as you're doing the spell, it completely drops off again. And then you get into a rhythm, and then the rhythm breaks for some reason, like now. But yeah, that purple shot that they do will kill you without much effort, really. I suppose it's patience. Just be methodical. Lock on, do a shot, lock on, do a shot. Yeah, it's the easiest way to get these. You could just, you know, if you were really good at dodging and things like that, do it that way. But we want to jump through this window where he is quite quickly. So, yeah, we need to kill him first, really. Nope, missed again. Okay, so those were the two hardest enemies that we need to deal with. Got a couple of easy ones in here. Got some Grave Glove War, which we haven't got for a while. This guy's easy enough, he's not got a shield, so just keep casting. They obviously, these guys do disappear and reappear, just keep casting. There is a surprise waiting around this corner, so watch out. But you can just burn through his shield, just keep going, keep going, keep going. Now this guy at the end, just don't bother, honestly. We don't need to fight. So don't, just jump through this window, drop down, up here, ignore the gargoyles, jump through here, Grave Glove War 6 again if you want that, and then you hit the switch, and that's what we're here for. So we can go to the boss. Unfortunately it is a Putrid Tree Spirit. The hardest part about this boss is getting into the room and giving yourself a bit of distance. Once it gets going, it should be pretty simple. You have fought these once or twice now, at least. Hopefully, it should be okay. So I'm just going to refresh, and then we're going to go and do it. We do have a really good Ash with us now. We have really good spells. The armor's is pretty decent for what it is. Whoa, dodging all the way. You can still get hit, obviously, because you might get in the way. So just watch out. But then run all the way past and start the fight. I did die the first time I went in here. This is my second attempt. You're going to see that my runes are here. Yeah, right at the beginning as well. I just didn't dodge quick enough. So yeah, normal. Hopefully you get the swinging tail start, which I do get, which is good. If not, it'll do the charge. It's the same as last time. It'll charge towards you with its mouth, swirl around, do another charge with its mouth, and then it's going to do like a flame attack. Just stick to its right hand side when it does that, and you'll be fine. This charge sort of combo it'll do. It's usually the first thing it does. Yeah, and then once you've got a bit of room and you're in the room, hit it with a few rock slings to get it down. You can always go for a bit of Comet Azur if you want. We don't have the infinite mana FP yet, so you'll burn through FP pretty quickly. And obviously I'm using Bubble as well to help with not getting hit. So this is the combo you will more than likely see. So stick to its right hand side when it's finished it. And yeah, like I said, when we first fought one of these, they look a lot worse than they actually are. Most of the movement is completely safe that these guys do. And then we'll finish it with Stars of Ruin. And there we go, Red Mane Knight, Oghar. That's what we're here for. Legendary Ash, and then a Golden Seed, which is always a bonus. And then we're going to teleport out. So this is why we've left this, because that is quite a tough fight, and getting through the area is tough enough as well. So that's why we left it for a bit later. But we're okay to do it now. Yeah, I'm going to sit down. Should have quite a few runes now. I'm going to spread them. The main thing we want to do now is Mind, Vigor, and Intelligence. Everything else is kind of taken care of at this point. And yeah, we can do another flask at this point. So we've got another charge. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.